February 14th, 1943. 6:10 hours. Kasserine Pass, Tunisia. The wind carries sand like shrapnel. It stings exposed skin, gums rifle bolts, blurs the horizon into a dull, yellow smear. A German Aubergefritter squints through binoculars from a rocky ridgeline, breath shallow, fingers numb despite the African sun. He expects to see British armor again. Slow, unreliable, easy prey for an 88. But what rolls out of the dust isn't British. It's squat, boxy, painted a flat, unfamiliar olive. 5 vehicles at first, then 10, then more engines growling, suspensions flexing as they climb terrain that should slow them down. They don't stop. They don't hesitate. Someone mutters, "Amerikaner?" The word hangs there, half a joke. The lead tank crests a low rise, turret already traversing. A white star flashes briefly through the dust. Then the Sherman fires. Not probing fire, not range-finding, confident fire. The German position erupts. Rock chips, shrapnel whines. The Aubergefritter ducks, heart hammering, as a second shell slams into a dug-in POC 38 gun. The crew never has time to scatter. You can almost feel the confusion ripple down the line. These tanks aren't behaving the way German intelligence briefed them. They're not cautious. They're not brittle. They're advancing like they expect to win. For months, German troops had been told the American tank was inferior, thin-skinned, undergunned, a rush design built by an industrial amateur, a machine that would burn at the first clean hit. Spring, 1943. A muddy motor pool outside Sfax, Tunisia. Rain turns the ground into glue. Boots sink. Trucks stall. German mechanics lie on their backs beneath Panzer III's. Hands black with oil, voices sharp with frustration. A gearbox has failed again. Spare parts are late. Some won't arrive at all. Across the field, barely noticed at first, American Shermans idle in neat rows. Their engines start on the first try. You can hear it the difference. The German tanks cough and grind, metal protesting. The Shermans hum, not loudly, not dramatically, just steadily, as if they expect to work today, and tomorrow, and the day after that. A German Feldwebel watches from the edge of the lot, cigarette forgotten between his fingers. He has seen enemy tanks before, destroyed them, captured them, studied them with professional contempt. But what he's seeing now doesn't fit the categories he knows. The Americans aren't babying their machines. They're driving them hard. Long road marches, quick turnarounds, little ceremony. Crews climb out, refuel, reload, climb back in. No long maintenance rituals. No hours lost coaxing life from temperamental engines. It looks industrial, and that's the first crack in the German understanding of the Sherman. German doctrine is built around excellence, precision engineering, tight tolerances, tanks as finely tuned instruments of war. The Panzer IV, the Tiger machines designed to dominate on paper and, often, on the battlefield. But excellence has a cost. Autumn, 1943. Kassel, Germany. Inside the Henschel factory, the air smells of hot metal and exhaustion. Welders work in shifts that blur together. Engineers argue over blueprints smeared with grease and fingerprints. On the factory floor, a shape takes form, massive, angular, intimidating. The Tiger. And beside it, another design. Sleeker, but no less ambitious. The Panther. These are not reactions to one enemy tank. They are reactions to numbers. To reports stacked high on desks in Berlin, describing Shermans appearing faster than they can be destroyed. To commanders begging for something, anything that can reassert dominance. The solution, in German thinking, is familiar. Outgun them. out-armor them, overmatch them so completely that American advantages no longer matter. On paper, it makes perfect sense. A Panther's long 75mm gun can kill a Sherman at ranges where return fire is useless. Its frontal armor shrugs off hits that would destroy anything lighter. The Tiger, even more so, is a fortress on tracks. When German crews first encounter Shermans from behind Panther optics, the difference is almost unfair. A shot, a flash, an American tank erupts. Confidence returns. Briefly, June 13th, 1944, near Villers Bocage, Normandy. Obersturmführer Michael Wittmann's Tiger rolls into position, engine growling, suspension creaking under its own weight. Through his sights, Shermans appear like targets on a range. He fires. One burns. Another. A third. American tanks scatter. Some reverse in September 12th, 1944, 8:40 hours, near Aachen, Germany. Morning mist clings to the low ground. Church bells in a nearby village ring not for mass, but as an air raid warning carried over from habit more than hope. A German Lancer crouches in a foxhole dug into soil he grew up walking on. Then he hears it. Engines. Not the sharp bark of a panther. Not the deep, deliberate rumble of a tiger. This is different. Multiple engines. Steady. Confident. Close. The sound rises from beyond a hedgerow, then another. The ground vibrates not violently, but persistently. Like something heavy that knows it belongs here now. Shermans emerge from the fog. Olive drab shapes slide into view, tracks churning German earth. White stars hastily painted over, then repainted. Antennas swaying. Infantry follows tight behind. Weapons ready, faces unreadable. For the first time, German soldiers are seeing these tanks not in some distant desert or foreign countryside, but at home, in their backyard. And something inside them breaks. The psychological shock is immediate. These are the same tanks dismissed a year ago as crude, inferior. The same machines German gunners laughed about over cigarettes and coffee. Now they're rolling past stone houses older than the Reich itself. The Lancer grips his rifle, heart racing. He knows the drill. Let the tank pass. Aim for the infantry. Wait for the Panzerfaust team. But the Sherman doesn't just pass. It stops. The turret turns with a smooth,